It's like, I'm strong.
And Lisa, looking at those children, they all were incredibly clear about what they wanted to be and why they wanted to be. So when, as John was saying, as a parent, it's good to pick up on those things, is it, and encourage them?
It is, you know, it is. I think you've got to encourage your children to succeed in whatever it is they want to succeed in. But I think some parents want their children to succeed in what they have not succeeded in. So we'll push their children down a route that they would have liked to have gone down, when in fact they want to be an actress, but their mum and dad want them to be a doctor. So I think it's important that you focus on what it is that your kids want as opposed to what you want as a parent.
Very good advice. Thank you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck with whatever you choose to do in the future. I'm sure it'll come true.
And that's pretty much it for breakfast this morning. Thanks very much for watching with us.
Yes, tomorrow morning the Olympic torch is going to be here in Salford. We'll be here with it and some special guests.
See you then. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, welcome to the weekend on BBC One. Raymond's along later after Saturday Kitchen next.
Britain in a Day is more than just the stories in the film. The BBC is creating an interactive archive of the films you submitted, so these stories can live on to be viewed by you and future generations. To find out more, visit bbc.co.uk/Britain in a Day.
With the most competitive trials for years. Catch Britain's best as they fight for their place at the Olympic Games. The 2012 Trials. Live from Birmingham. Today at 4:45 on BBC Two. So, working his magic with game and mushrooms, Raymond Blanc shares his kitchen secrets at 11:30 on BBC One. Tasty.
Good morning. There's some world-class cooking from some truly world-class chefs coming right up in Saturday Kitchen Live. Right, it's that time of the show to find out whether Diana will be facing food heaven or food hell. Food heaven, of course, classic sort of old-school desserts.
Yeah.
Can be any more old school than a Swiss roll, I don't think, really. Swiss roll, not from Switzerland, of course. But
Not
yeah.
from Austria.
I think it's an Austrian roll dish, really.
You reckon? I don't know where it comes from, really. The origins of which I'm not quite sure, but it's a classic sort of dish. Obviously, sometimes with different types of jam. We've got some raspberry jam, double cream, of course, but show you how to make the Swiss roll as well. It's like an alternative to sort of a sponge. And then you don't have to be right over there because of this ingredient over here.
Well, you know, it's just repelling me.
We've got a mass of parsley there, which could be transformed into a lovely soup.
You look at it.
Oh,
It is
my
delicious.
days.
I think you should take it a little bit.
With
take it home.
asparagus.
Okay.
It's like kryptonite.
Poached egg, and we've got
No taker for parsley, sorry.
poached egg and some pork scratchings as well. So you could be having that. What do you think these lot have decided?
Do you know, I just have... You came over with such a grin on your face before.
Well, it's 3-2 to people at home.
Yeah.
Theo wanted food hell. So that was 3-3.
I thought you liked me.
So it was down to Wolfgang Puck.
Yes, OK.
He obviously likes you because he's chosen raspberries and fruit, the classic British
he's a
dessert. So we'll lose
sweetie.
this out of the way. Now, to make this classic dish, what we're going to do is we're going to do some some raspberries. Make a jam first of all. But first off, I'm going to get my sponge on the go. So we need 4 eggs for this. So I'll just crack 4 medium eggs.
All right.
There you go, cracked into a bowl. Now, the difference between this and a normal sponge is the amount of flour that we add to it. So we add a lot less flour to this mixture. And that way, that when we actually come to roll it up, it doesn't split the sponge. But we keep mixing that. I need to split that vanilla pod. Wolfgang, there you can have a go. You can have a go with that. Split that vanilla pod.
I learned how to do that a long time ago, though I can't really see it without my glasses, but
That's your finger.
I can feel it.
Yeah, that's... Maybe not do that live on TV.
Okay.
Maybe your finger. I'll just...
They're all 5 here, so it's okay.
Okay, I'll just take a little bit of that.
Excellent, see?
And then we'll put that in the
Vanilla
sponge.
flavour in there.
You can put a little bit of vanilla extract in there as
Okay.
well. Now, we're going to show you how to make the jam.
Okay.
Vanilla
Raspberries.
Raspberries. Now, have you tasted these? These are Scottish raspberries.
Fantastic.
Can I have one?
I think some of the best raspberries in the world come from Scotland.
Sugar?
Yeah, we're going to use this stuff. This is jam sugar.
Jam sugar, all right. Now, what is jam
Hot.
sugar?
This is high in pectin. It helps set the jam.
To make marmalade. So you
Yes.
can use apple marmalade, any kind of marmalade, and
Yeah,
add
but
that?
instead of adding too much sugar, you add jam sugar. It helps it set.
Okay, great. And a little vanilla, no?
Fantastic.
Vanilla in. There you go. And lemon juice in.
That's the lemon. Oh, here's the lemon.
So,
Didn't have a lemon juice maker. All right, be careful not to put too many seeds in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, make
like you did in
bitter.
rehearsal.
You learn.
Grass you up here.
So
We had to bring it up.
Yeah, no, could have left it.
Yeah, so the thing about this is you basically heat it up as quick as possible. This is boiling already. We'll only really boil it for about 5 minutes, take it off and allow it to set. I'll show you that. I'll keep that cooking
Let me
anyway.
clean up a little bit my mess here.
Can you butter that for me? That would be great. That'll be on there. Next, I'm going to get my tin ready. This is obviously a standard Swiss roll tin. Non-stick, but you need some paper in there as well. So greaseproof paper. We'll get that. And we'll just...
It's all right here, this.
Yeah, you just keep mixing it. That's it.
For ages and ages like that.
Yeah, it wants a good mix for about sort of 5 minutes, that's all.
Okay.
But
Look how beautiful that looks.
Oh, look at that, it's ruby.
Now, when you were cooking...
It looks like heaven already.
Yeah, simple as that. Now, when you were cooking, we didn't get to hear about why you chose the name Spargo. Why was
Okay,
that?
it actually came from Giorgio Moroder, who is a very famous musician. You know, he did the music for Midnight Express, Top Gun, all the music for Donna Summer.
Yeah.
And he wanted to give me the money to open a restaurant.
Right.
And then he wanted 75% of the restaurant and me too. So we couldn't come with an agreement, but he said, let's call it Spargo because I want to write a musical called Spargo.
That's
And
pretty
it
good,
means
though.
really in poetry, a string with no beginning and no end. So we started in 1982, there's no end to it yet.
That's absolutely... Oh, look at that.
Brilliant. There you go.
Poetic.
There you go.
So now you get it.
Now you know.
Yeah.
So we got our paper here. You just get a square. Now to prevent and to make sure it goes right in the corners really well, it's easier to take out. Make these little cuts in the paper, one at each corner, so it folds the paper in nicely, like that.
Very clever. Good idea.
So that's that.
Okay, the marmalade okay like that, so we're gonna cool it off.
You cool it down, and then we end up with this. Pop it in a bowl.
All right.
That's it.
I'm gonna have that with my toast in the morning too. Save me a
If you
little
can whip
bit.
me the cream, that would be great. Wolfgang, if you can whip the cream, that would be great. Meanwhile, I've got our cake mixture here. Now, the idea of this
Yeah.
is you get it to a nice whitish texture. So you
Getting
keep
cheap
blending
labor
it.
here with us. What do you think, Theo?
We'll take it in turns.
Yeah.
I don't need the cream, I'm just giving him something to do. Right.
He's using the mixer and we have to do it by hand. Look at that.
Where's my sieve? There you go.
It's getting there. But
Seven
be sure that
sieves
the cream is really nice and cold because
Yeah.
if it's warm, it's much harder to
And make sure it's double cream. That one's single cream. That I'm
You'll be here a long time.
He won't be single along with me.
giving. Little flour we got in there.
All right, look at that. It's getting excited already.
Right.
He ain't stopped all board.
Right, we fold this in.
Isn't that Cromolier?
15 years ago I met you in your restaurant. You weren't like this when you spoke to you. Right,
All right.
so we fold in the flour. Now this is where you put less flour in.
Now, do I have to put sugar in here or no?
No,
No.
You know, if you want to, I'll leave it up to
Okay,
you.
no, the marmalade is sweet enough. I don't
Right.
like it when it's too sweet.
All right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our sponge like that. Now,
I
because
love
we've got
this
the less
English cream.
flour in, it'll save me some cream left
Even
over.
left in here, there's
Margaret,
raspberries all going.
You know
There you
what
go.
we-
Right,
we
we've
could
got.
eat-
What are you doing?
I'm hungry.
Right. Okay, that goes straight in the oven. 8 minutes.
Yep.
400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees centigrade, and that goes in there. And then what we need is a clean tea towel.
A clean towel, that's
Yeah.
hard to find here. Oh, we have
Hopefully we've got, hopefully we've got some sugar left, which we have. There you go. Right. Now, sprinkle the clean tea towel with sugar.
It has to be ever so clean then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Some bits on it.
Which-
Sorry.
And then you take your sponge and we just carefully loosen it round the edge. Now, Wolfgang will change this recipe.
Yep.
And use his entire contents of his alcohol cupboard.
Yeah, okay, you know, I love it. I would put a little booze on here, a little whiskey or a little kirsch. I'm sure in Switzerland they put something on here. You want some help? Okay, now we're talking.
Here's Kirsch.
Which do
With
you
a
want
little
on here?
whiskey, innit?
It's good.
There you go. Next.
Well, you've got to put it on here.
What is that?
That's,
Kirsch.
That's
okay.
kirsch.
A little Austrian thing. That's enough now.
This is
Just
a
little
grown-up
bit. All
version.
right, okay.
Dran
Now,
Buey?
don't give that to
Oh
the
my
kids out there.
days.
You know that. Okay, so you can put a little bit of everything on it.
right.
This is not your school dinners sort
No,
of
this one
jam
isn't,
roly
yeah.
Yeah,
poly.
that's
is
not
it?
in a school cafeteria. I'm sure Jimmy Oliver would not be happy to serve
No,
it.
we want to look at your school dinners.
Right, okay, then we take our jam. Now, you spread this out on here, like that. So this is how I was going to do it without the booze.
Oh, no, a little bit is okay. You
Yeah.
don't have to exaggerate, you know.
Right. You got the cream ready?
Yep.
Right, and what you need to do is leave about half an inch this end, because otherwise when you roll it all up, it's going to fly everywhere. So just leave, and then you
Okay.
put the cream on the top.
Do you know what I've noticed back? Arctic
You're gonna spread
rolls
it out,
come
huh?
back.
Arctic roll.
This is
How
right.
you doing?
Do you like a bit of Arctic
Spread it
roll?
out?
That's it, spread it in. So I wanted to do an Arctic roll. Have you
Did
heard of
you?
an Arctic roll?
No.
So Arctic, Arctic roll
Wonder why.
is sponge.
Okay.
It's got a little bit of jam on it and some ice cream.
I think his response was an Arctic roll.
Yeah,
then, wasn't it?
exactly. Yeah.
no.
Not impressed with the Arctic roll.
Hey, I came here to learn.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
right. So
given you
we
that.
spread that over the
So
top.
when you come to cut, I'm going to show you a few tricks of ours.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
do. Right, there. And then we roll it up. Are you ready?
Okay.
So what you do is you press this bit here, and then you roll it in.
Oh,
Wow, look at that.
Detail.
Wow, that is-
fantastically done.
You could get an Austrian passport the way you cook.
Oh dear.
We pay less taxes.
There's enough in the newspaper about taxes. Right. And then you just press this. And the idea is you got a nice,
Beautiful. Look at that.
yeah.
Gorgeous.
And originally it didn't have booze in the recipe on the internet. But you can actually put, and we got these lovely fresh raspberries.
Sprinkled round.
Sprinkle, sprinkly.
Yeah, excellent. You know, it's easy to make. I mean, anybody can make that at home. It's impressive
Yeah.
if you make a dessert
Yeah,
like that.
but it's nice. nice.
Ma wouldn't roll like
Can we
that.
taste
though.
it or what?
But it would do, yeah, you can taste it. In a clean tea towel.
In a clean.
Clean tea towel. Dive
I'd
into
have
that.
to. I'd have to squash it.
And the raspberry
Yeah,
jam.
thank
Remember
you.
to use that
We
jam
don't need
sugar.
a fork. We eat with
No,
our
we're
hands.
going to.
Oh, lovely.
You know, it's better with the whiskey.
It's better with. I've got to try it. 'Cause, yeah. My
We
recipe's
didn't put
changed.
too much, just a little
Oh, it's
drizzle on it.
fantastic.
Right.
Huh?
It's not too sweet at all.
No,
It's light. It's,
it's good. All right.
Very nice.
I'll give it
It's not, not having any sugar in the
If
cream
your
is good.
TV show doesn't work, you come to work with us, okay?
Oh, great. Thank you very much. Right, to go with this, Susie's chosen a nasty Spumante, Marks and Spencer's. £7.99. There you go. That goes with it as well. Another great wine, but nice and cheap with that as well. But
I like this show because a lot of drinking, so then cooking.
in the morning.
Yeah, I know, it's
Right.
perfect.
dive into that as well.
But you know what? It's great food. I mean, this is really delicious.
Well, nice and simple. You know,
Yeah.
that's the key to that. But the great thing about that is make sure you don't use a standard sponge recipe. Reduce the amount of flour on.
Yeah.
Because normally when you make that, it can crack when you roll it all
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
So if you do it that way, just make sure that it doesn't crack. Nice and simple. I don't know whether there's an Italian version of that.
I don't know one.
That's what. Thanks very much.
you don't want one.
They're
it's
all
okay.
ganging up with me in this show as well.
I'm on your side. I love
Exactly.
that.
But
That's good.
congratulations on the restaurant anyway, and thank you so much for coming.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Seriously, we talk
Cheers.
about a lot of chefs on the show and the big name chefs around the world. And this chap is certainly up there
He really is.
with the rest of them. It's,
I'm
it's
just
amazing.
beginning, so it's okay.
Exactly.
I'm still young.
And on today's performance, I'll be fired. You'll be getting your own show. There you go.
I stay with my day job, don't worry.
Just what I need, isn't it? Right. Well, that's all for today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Theo Randall, Wolfgang Puck, and Diane Parrish. Cheers to Susie Atkins for the wine choices. And remember, all of today's recipes are, as always, go to on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. We'll be back at our usual time. Well, I might be back. He might be staying in a little bit longer. At 10 o'clock next Saturday. And don't forget, Best Bites tomorrow, BBC 2 at 10 o'clock also. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I need to lie down after that. Bye now.
The most exquisite dishes made with mushrooms. Raymond shares his secrets next.
How easy is it to make your own versions of supermarket foods?
Get to work!
Stefan Gatesner's celebrity guests are going to find out.
It's quite strange. Gloopiness.
That's the technical term.
Yes. I look like a loofah.
They taste like a loofah.
It might be salvageable. Good luck.
Thank you.
I think that looks terrible.
That is brilliant!
Food Factory is back.
Live Formula One later with the European Grand Prix qualifying on BBC One at 12:10. Now though, Raymond's serving up some seasonal kitchen secrets.
For the last 35 years, renowned chef Raymond Blanc has inspired the world with his cooking.
It's about celebrating that gorgeous, glorious food and sharing a special moment with your loved ones.
Now he's opening his kitchen and sharing his secrets.
I've made all the mistakes which could be made, so you don't have to make them yourself.
showing, with a little effort,
Food is so, so beautiful.
anyone can bring some joy to the dinner table.
Even the most complicated dish is not impossible to make.
On Kitchen Secrets, Raymond shares his favourite recipes for two of the most seasonal ingredients, mushrooms
Très bien, nice.
and game.
What happened to her?
On the menu, Sepp tortellini with fresh pasta, served with sage butter and toasted hazelnuts.
But with produce like that, you know, it's heaven.
A tasty supper dish of pheasant in puff pastry.
It looks stunning and it tastes absolutely marvelous.
A simple fricassee that celebrates wild mushrooms. And to finish, an impressive whole pigeon cooked in its own salt crust.
You must eat this once in a lifetime.
In his Oxford